Hey guys, it's Disabled Gamer Girl here, and I'm here with my mom, who's going to explain how it was for me growing up as a child. Mom, you're good now.
Okay.
Go now.
Well, as a child, I guess as a young child, she was able to do things as long as we were able to carry her and um, put her in places, but she couldn't do anything by herself as far as sit up. So if she was required to do something where she had to sit up by herself, she couldn't do that. And then once she got in a wheelchair, it was a little bit more difficult trying to get her into places that didn't have wheelchair accessibility. Um, we couldn't take her to people's houses that didn't have ramps to get in and out of friends' houses. And that went on into her teenage years. It made it even harder to get places because, of course, she got bigger, her wheelchair got bigger. We couldn't do most, you know, um, majority of things that other kids her age do. We couldn't go to amusement parks. We couldn't go to just any pool. We couldn't go to friends' houses. She couldn't, go to sleepovers with friends. She couldn't do a lot of things because of her wheelchair. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. If they don't have handicap accessibility or like parking or entrances or stuff like that, then she can't do it. Um, and she's just like every other teenager. She wants to be able to do what every other person is doing. She's got the brain and the thought to do stuff, but she just doesn't have the physical ability to do things. And so it makes it really difficult when people don't understand this and they like she said in her stream, how people stare and they don't ask questions. And she'd much rather them to ask questions and her explain her disability and explain the challenges that she has. Um, because there are a lot of challenges in her life, and it makes it really difficult for her to live the life of a normal teenager.
And I also got bullied when I was little, so that kind of weighed on me for a while to like um I guess I started putting myself out there when I got a little bit older to like kind of try and make friends and stuff. And being a being a disabled teenager is much harder than you think, because trust me, it's not easy. And Mom, will you tell them about some things that I've come across with high school that
Yeah.
other other kids like me might experience,
That they might not experience.
that they might will experience?
Oh, are you talking about if you're being disabled?
Yeah.
Well, she has a lot of problems, and kids do not understand this. They just walk out in front of her. They don't pay attention, and they just cut across right in front of her and walk in front of her. And of course, she's in an electric wheelchair, and it's hard for her to just stop all of a sudden if somebody walks in front of her. It's just like driving a car being cut off, by another car. Um, it makes it really difficult. And then there's the bathroom situation. She has to have help to be able to go to the bathroom, and most other teenagers don't have to do that. Um, she she knows how to feed herself certain foods, but other teenagers don't have to think about that as well. Um, it just comes natural to them. Um, she learns differently. She has to have special equipment um, for certain things as far as computers and, equipment like that, because since she is right-handed and only uses her right hand, her left hand is non-functioning. So she has to use her right hand for everything, and it makes it hard. But she gets along and she does really well. But it's still it being a teenager, it's difficult.
Because in high school, I got blamed for a lot of things that I did not do. And I'm not doing this video to make people feel sorry for me. I'm just doing this video to make people aware of, if you're disabled and a teenager like me, I'm just making this video to show you that you are not alone if you are having these problems. And I got blamed for a lot of stuff. I got accused of a lot of stuff. And my but like, that's just high school. That's just high school in general. You've just gotta bite your tongue and grin.
That's true. She got blamed for trying to run over a girl when that's not the case at all. It was like the analogy I used with a car cutting off another car. When you're in a wheelchair and you're focused on where you're going, and you've got to think about how crowded the halls are, and so you're driving an electric wheelchair through this crowd of people, and you're trying to pay attention to where you're going, and then somebody just all of a sudden just keeps walking in front of you. Eventually somebody's going to get nicked, and and not on purpose. And she was accused of doing it on purpose, which she didn't. And when you've got a lot of people, her saying this to a lot of people, and a lot of people, then repeating it, saying, "Oh, you did this. Oh, you did this." It's hard. It's hard for you to get your point across, and say, "Listen, you got to believe me. I didn't do this. I didn't do it on purpose. It was an accident." And just let it go. Unfortunately, kids in today's society, they don't do that. They harp at people to the point sometimes of no return, which is really sad. And they got to understand that kids with disabilities are, you know, they are a little different, even though in their brain they want to be normal and be just like everybody else. They're a little different in the fact that they might have a walker or a wheelchair, and you can't, if you point it out all the time, it makes it a sore subject, and you can't do that.
Yes, and just like my esports club, my teachers wouldn't let me in my esports. Can you talk a little bit about that, Mom?
Yeah. When she first started high school, she found out they had an esports team, which esports is for gaming. They're on the computer and gaming. Well, Gracie loves gaming. She's been doing it for years. And so she was excited and wanted to get in. Well, she had a few teachers that were like, well, she can't join. She can't do this. They don't want her in there, or they can't get her in there because she won't be able to do the things she wants to do. There'll be no one there to take her to the restroom if she needs to go. And they just kept making excuses for why she can't. And finally, we put her foot down and went to the principal and finally got her into esports. And her coach just loves her, and she does great in it. She's got teammates, and she's doing great. She has Now she's now on one of the first in the that school's history, first all girls team. So, she's came a long way in just the, 3 or 4 months that she's been in esports.
Mom, can you explain like more of what just the reason why I'm making this video?
Sure. She's making this video just so people, not to feel sorry for her, but to be aware that she is a normal teenager, in the aspects of she wants to be able to do the same things as everybody else. She wants a chance to succeed in life. And people put roadblocks up for her, and it's not fair. And she wants to just make people aware of this and make people aware of the fact that they've got to be more conscientious of disabled people. That they're out there, they're people too, and you can't treat them differently just because they might talk a little different, look a little different, or walk a little different or something like that. They've got to treat them as normal people and give them the same opportunities as everyone else.
And I'm making this video to show other teenagers that they don't have to hide their you know what I'm saying, Mom.
Yeah, that they don't have to hide behind their disability anymore, or or stay in and hide, that they can get out there and they can do this too. That don't let somebody say you can't do this or you can't do that. You can always try. That's all you can do is try. And you never know, you may succeed at a lot of things you thought you couldn't.
Yes, like I'm telling you, let yourself shine, because if you don't, that's just gonna you're just going to let the world control what you do. Trust me, I have anxiety myself, and it took me a lot. It took me a lot of confidence just to start making videos more recently.
That's true. And like I've told Gracie, you never know until you try. And, you might fail the first time, or second time, or the third time. You never know. But as long as you keep trying, you'll make it one day. And all you can do is go up and get better at what you're doing. You just got to continue to try and never give up.
And I tried to get my grandmother and my mom in this video, but my grandmother is currently doing something right now, so she couldn't join this video. But basically what my mom is saying is I couldn't go that more depth into my story, so I got my mom on here to explain my story more. You got anything else?
Glad. No, I guess that's about it, but I'm glad I could help, and I'm glad I could help explain your story and talk a little bit about it, and so to help people just become more aware of you and your disability. I don't know if we said what your disability was. Your disability, you have cerebral palsy, and you're currently in a wheelchair. Your left side of your body, you're considered a paraplegic. Your body really doesn't work, except for your right side of your body, your arm and stuff.
Yeah.
So, it is, things are difficult for you, but I'm proud of you because you don't give up and you continue to try, and you are succeeding at a lot of things you do. So I'm very proud of you.
Mom, do you want to talk a little bit about my merch?
Oh yes, Gracie is going to be selling some merch soon. We haven't come out with a date yet. We're still trying to finalize the logo and you know, a couple other things, but
Yes.
soon she'll be selling merch, and we'll let you know as soon as we know more.
What, what is it going to have on the back of it?
I on the I'm not I can't remember exactly. I know you're gonna have your logo on the front, and on the back you had a saying that was gonna go on there. I
Um,
think I think it'll be good once you get it done. I would wait until you get it all taken care of before you say anything, just in case things change.
okay. Well, that's it for this spinning, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and please like and subscribe and ring that notification bell for more of my videos. Bye.
Bye.